Alrighty, let's talk about the fee schedule. So we are learning now that everything is contracting, right? And I truly believe that we have contracts that we created before we even started this life. You can go into the spirit realm and through hypnosis, which I'm a certified master hypnotherapist, you can explore these contracts that you have created with people at a spiritual level, and they oftentimes carry through lifetimes. Dolores Cannon of QHHT speaks about this immensely. But also in this reality that we live in here on Earth, walking around in our day to day lives, we contract, and that's how we interact with people. And so everything is contracting. Whether you're consciously doing it or not, you're still contracting. You could be, having a soul contract that you're not consciously aware of that's impacting your life. And I encourage you to explore that in a QHHT session. But in terms of, you know, real world in this reality we live in terms of contracting, the fee schedule is essential to enforcing or forcing the corporation to contract with you appropriately. At the minimum, this information is hidden, right? They don't tell you about this in school. They don't tell you to get a 5-star passport. And they don't make it really clear when you're pledging allegiance who you're pledging allegiance to. Okay, this is all done on purpose because they much prefer that you be a citizen employee uh, and contract that way than to contract as a sovereign. And so at minimum, they're just nicely concealing pertinent facts to you. And if you want to take it even further, they're committing utter fraud by creating artificial fictions with names that are similar to you, and then assuming that you are contracting as those artificial fictions in a way that aren't to your best advantage, such as assuming that you need a driver's license. Only employees need a driver's license, employees of the corporation, assuming that you owe them taxes. You don't. If you're sovereign, you don't pay taxes. You They consider part of your employment as a federal employee, as a citizen, that you are required you pay taxes. And if you go back to the definition of a citizen, it's because you've given your allegiance in usually in exchange for protection, and they need funds to support that. Um, so it's clear that there's at minimum, non-disclosure going on in these contractings. And if you take it all the way to far, there's fraud, and that they're creating and forcing you to contract, um, under duress or outside of, without full disclosure of the capacity in which you're contracting. And that's what the fee schedule does. It allows you to state your terms of contract and attach fees, because they will stop contracting with you if it's going to be expensive. There's other fish in the sea to fry. So in the next video, I will go through in detail all the fees that we can establish and publish on the record, that you charge if people desire to contract with you. Okay, the document will be very beneficial in understanding all the different ways that you are contracting that you may not be conscious about. Okay, so I look forward to seeing you in the next video and going over a possible fee schedule that you can establish for yourself.